Look at that. Yeah, that has not taken much to wear a lot of the paint off that. Hello and welcome along and welcome back to the Old Stream Farm. Today we're starting off with getting our field rolled, our grass field rolled. Because we got to turn that round and get that done. Yes, it has had a growth of grass, but this should send it back a stage and fertilize at the same time. So let's pop in here. And there was a nice new roller released in the last couple of days. This, the Unaya roller, the Grudzyags U601. I know I'd mispronounced that. But yeah, this should be quite good. And there's various color choices to it. We'll get the main roller in black. We'll get the design color as a red. Yeah, that will go fairly well with our farm. And yeah, 2,500, really reasonable for this as well. So we'll get us done fairly quickly. It's not massively wide. It's just under 2 meters wide, but we're not doing a huge amount of this. So hopefully this will work out fairly well for us and should be a pretty good roller for our little tractor here. And we're just constantly looking for things that we can use with this little tractor after discovering last time that our baler would not work with it. Now, I spoke a lot about possibly having a... Wow. Oh, no, there we go. Yeah. So we're going to have to roll this back along the road. That is not going to do the road any good whatsoever. So, yeah. Not quite wholly realistic there. But I'm going to get this back down to the farm and then we'll continue this on. It doesn't really look as ridiculous behind this tractor as I expected it to. It works quite well. Oh, wow, this is actually getting rid of stones as well as we roll along. So, yeah, if I want to clean up the stones on my farm, that's a good way to do it. But what we're going to try and do now is this should work as a grassland roller, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. So, brilliant. So we're just going to go around the field and get this done. As you can see, it is taking it back a stage on the growth. Not the end of the world. We did an early summer cut of this. So we should be able to do about a mid-autumn cut for our second cut, which is absolutely fine. As long as we get in on a mid-autumn cut, I'm quite happy with that. It should work out quite well. We do have quite a few stones that we seem to miss picking up around the edge of the field here. But should be okay, I think. And yeah, lots of grass that we'll get off here. And this will take us up to a second stage of fertilization on this field as well, which is quite good. Yeah, look at that. Second stage of fertilization up on around the edge of this field. So this is pretty much perfect. I really quite like this roller. It moves at a decent speed. It works well with this tractor. Our visibility behind isn't great. It does seem to wear fairly quickly. Look at that. That is a couple of goes around the field. Yes, we've hit a couple of big patches of stones, but the paint on it has worn really quickly. To the point, I think, where if we pop out, look at that. Yeah, that has not taken much to wear a lot of the paint off that. So it does have a little bit of an issue there. Otherwise, yeah, it's a decent enough roller and is getting the job done. The maneuverability of this little tractor is such that it's getting around the corners with this fairly well as well. So the small size of this roller is not a huge problem. And because we are only doing this grass field, it's not a huge problem with the amount of time it takes. What I do need to do is just reverse up a little bit. Get that little bit there. Not going to get all of that. Nope. I'm going to make sure our whole field is properly done. But yeah, it's working out well so far. I'm very, very happy with this, and If we can get this done by midday, we might be able to see if we can go and find a harvesting contract to get some feed for our chickens. Despite its small size, it is working pretty well, this roller on this field. We are very much looking at the speed making up for it. I mean, we're rolling this at 9 miles an hour, and it's being very effective, which is all good. It is 10:30, so that's working out well for us as well. I don't think we're going to have a lot of trouble with time today. We are coming very, very close to harvest time of our grapes. So what we've got at the moment is we are currently running 1-day months. This will up to 2-day months from next episode. That is purely because we have harvest coming in. I'm kind of hoping that we also have a harvest contract or two coming up. No, still nothing. I really, really want to have a harvest contract that we can feed the chickens with. And there just doesn't seem to be anything about for that at the moment. I'd hate to have to actually buy chicken feed. We do have a load of eggs to sell. So we have got this. We need a load of eggs. We also have the need for the harvester. So if we can sell the eggs and probably sell some more lettuce, because at this point I'd be amazed if we haven't got a whole pile more lettuce up the top. We should easily have enough to get ourselves moving for the harvest, for the grape harvest. We need a trailer and we need a harvester. We cannot afford either. And if we have a look in the shop, yeah. Oh wow, there's a JCB Agripo in there. I've wanted that for a while. Only worth 22,000. Maybe if we can sell some stuff today, we might be able to get an Agri-Pro. Although, I don't know how well that will fit down the side of our greenhouses. One comment I've had about this tractor, using it in these, is how bad the rear view is on it. And I do agree with that. It's not the easiest tractor to look at the back of. And the clipping that happens occasionally, that's because of one of the mods I'm running. Because I'm running a mod that only lets me turn back 180 degrees and it moves the camera slightly when you turn right the way back. So yeah, it pushes the camera into the sides a bit. I do like this tractor. I mean, yeah, you're not going to be using it to do a lot of rear view jobs on it. The other tractors do have a better viewing. So if we have a look in here and look in the small tractors, which is where they all are. Yeah. You see, the viewing angle on this one is awful. But you get into something like this where you've got so much better viewing angle. Actually, and I think that one has rear drive as well. So I've gone for a bit of an oddity in the tractor that I've gone for. You can get ones that are the same sort of power with much better viewing angles and that have reverse drive on them as well. So yeah, there's options. I just happen to really like the shape of this one and went for this. But I can see people's criticism of how difficult it is to view out the back of it. A very small part of the field to finish up now, and it is really fiddly, but it is going rather nicely. This has been a good little roller. I'm so pleased this came up on the mod hub this week. Makes a little bit of variation on what we already have and we're already using in other series, and means that we don't have to use the same thing all the time. I like to try and vary things a little bit across series, just so that we're not using the same equipment all the time. And yeah, this has worked out quite well and has been very, very useful. We need to see to our chickens today. As I said, we've got a full set of eggs, so I'll actually be surprised if they can produce any more eggs at the moment. So we need to fix that up. Otherwise, look at that. done very, very nicely. I also think I found a solution to the issue we were having with getting grass up on here. I have a fairly old, but still would be very useful to us, little forage wagon. Let's go into here, and there should be some somewhere. Are they under animals? I thought they were under forage wagons. Maybe are they forage harvesters? No. We'll have a look under forage wagons here. Where are they? It's the self-propelled ones. Yeah, the self-propelled ones you'd expect to be under here somewhere. Here we go. Under miscellaneous. Yeah, this Busha looks quite a great little thing. This, I think, is from FS15. There was a classics DLC in FS15, and I think this was part of that. It is only 27,000 for this, which is quite good. Everything's in German, unfortunately, so it's not so easy for me to understand. But all in all, I'm like it. GPS, no. Yeah. So yeah, that will be quite useful for us later on if we want it. Not something we can use right now, and not something I can buy right now, but good to know that that's kicking around, and will probably cost us less money over other options, which is quite good. Right, with this done, we're going to take this and park it up in the shed and get it out the way. There we go. Look at this. This is our small array of equipment that we've managed to purchase over the last little while. I'm not sure we actually need the cedar, to be honest. And I'm wondering if we could grab ourselves some extra cash by selling that. Although, as we expand the farm, we'll probably need it. Same as we will probably eventually need a new plough and a new tractor to govern that too. Right, let's get this parked up and switch over to our forklift. So what's the state of our... Wow, yeah, there's quite a full setup on here. So I think we want to sell these. Where do we want to sell eggs right now as well? So eggs selling. There we go. Eggs will go rather nicely. The farmer's market, which I think is where we want to be selling lettuce as well. No, not quite. The restaurant is where we want to be selling lettuce. So I think we should load all this up and go and make ourselves some extra money. We could keep it a little bit longer, but I don't think so. I'm going to try and load these up at 2 at a time, which was what was suggested to me after we did all the loading up of these last time. So we've run out of space at the chickens. We are about halfway through the first level of packing in lettuce here. So this can be a little bit finicky, this. I've also discovered that, yeah, we can't do 2 at a time with this because it's just too heavy. The little front loader can't handle it if we do 2 pallets on at the front of it at a time. I'm kind of thinking the JCB would be a really good purchase at this point. So we'll see how much we'll make. What I might do, though, is just hop down to the chicken area and make sure that we have enough space for eggs to keep spawning and just sort of move them out the way. Maybe find a storage shed to put eggs in so that we can go and sell a large number of eggs when we get a large number in. See if we can get that in there. I'm not straight on the forks is the trouble here. And that is causing me all sorts of issues. Like that. Hopefully that will straighten up as we put the next set in. We have had another batch spawn since we've been here. So, yeah, it has added another pallet on both greenhouses. And, yeah, both greenhouses are looking pretty good. as far as their production goes, they produce more than we've paid for, or than it costs to set them up now off this. So I am very, very pleased. They are already self-sufficient, and they've only been going a few months, so that's really good news. Let's get that on there like that. And yeah, I'm going to head down. Let's go sort out the chickens. Yeah, so we got 3 pallets down here of eggs. I think what we'll do is we'll just see if we can grab these, pull them out, and they can store under here for now, I think, until we can load them up. And that will just mean that we can spawn more eggs. I'm going to collect them up a bit. They're on a down at the moment, and we need to, well, if I can store them for a little bit, will be good. We kind of need a cold storage area for them. Alright, there we go. In and on and off. So, this will give us lots more space, lots more eggs, and therefore lots more money. Last set from this greenhouse. And I'm pretty pleased with my stacking on here. And we're going to get 4 more from the other greenhouse on here. And then, yeah, we've got a top row after that. So we're not going to make quite as much money off this as we have previously. But what we are going to be able to do is probably buy that JCB. We know we can make 22,000 from selling this front loader. We know this isn't quite as useful to us as something like that JCB would be. So yeah, I'm very much thinking we sell this and buy that if we can, and that should set us up rather nicely on this side of things on the farm, and these will have paid for those upgrades, and then we can go from there. It's not going to fit down quite down here as easily as these do, but it will speed up our stacking because of course we'll be able to take 2 pallets at a time. Whereas at the moment, we can only pick up the single. The more I think about it, the more I don't think we need that JCB. This little front loader is doing this job absolutely perfectly. It will cost us a whole load of money to get that. And then it's not going to really add anything to the farm other than being able to do this a little bit quicker. But even now, you know, it's 4:30. We don't need the time. We're about to have more time as well because we're going to have 2-day, as I said, we're going to 2-day months. So we're going to have even more time to load these up. So yeah, I don't think we actually need to get that JCB. I think we've got far bigger things to buy. It would be nice though if a grape harvester came up at a nice discount. Although how we'd raise 100,000 quickly. Well, I know how we'd raise 100,000 quickly if that came up. It would just be we'd have to borrow a bit more, but it would be worth it. Last pallet of lettuces. We'll get these out of here. Whoa, no, not our last pallet. We've got 2 more pallets just spawned. Okay. I was all ready and loaded up. It is 5:20, but we have had 2 pallets just sneak in there at the last moment. Wow, okay. That's impressive. I'm quite pleased with that. Just adding, you know, that adds nearly an extra 4 grand. Oh no, extra 2 grand because they're only 500 litres each. An extra 2 grand to what we've got on this trailer. That is a little bit surprising. So let's go grab those last 2. And as it approaches 5:30, we can go and get them late in the day sold. So this really is our last pallet of lettuces for now. Want to get these onto here and then we're all done and dusted. Just need to take them down to the sell point and get them sold. I believe the restaurant wants an awful lot of lettuces at the moment. They must be having a run on salad. There we go. Come on. In you go. Like so. And off. There we are. Right. Let's lock that up. Take this down and put it in the shed, because we won't be using it again today. And then we can run over with our landy and get these sold. I just need to work out exactly where the restaurant is. So we're heading once again to the great big green beam in the sky, which is over this way somewhere. So normally we come out here to sell. We're headed today this way, just over here. Although I think it's slightly further down and round. Is that it there? That's it there. Okay. We should be able to just pull in here. And there we are. Selling from every part of the trailer. Not quite. A little bit further forwards. And a little bit further forwards. I want it to try and sell everywhere at once. Still going up. Almost there. Ah. Trying to keep it going the whole time. It's very difficult because this trailer is bigger than the actual sell point. There we go. So 26. Yeah, I think we made about 28,000 sold harvest today. We will have a quick look at that in here. So where's our money? There we go. 24,000 in total, but we spent 2,500. So sold harvest was 27,183. So not quite as much as we did in May, but still a decent amount. How much are we spending on actual loan interest a month? 1,600. So yeah, there's some interest in getting that down a bit. We don't have enough to buy the JCB, so I think we're going to leave that. 38,000 is going to be very good though for getting us started on our harvest next time. So we are going to crack on with that. And oh, that's no entry. I'm going the wrong way down a one-way street. But we are going to get that all sorted. And we actually have an entrance up here, back down to our farm, which is good. But yeah, we'll get that all sorted and we will crack on with our grape harvest next time, because the time has come for our farm to reap its first harvest of grapes. For now, I'm going to leave this here though, so all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.